Hello reception and welcome to today's phonics lesson. We're going to be thinking about another trigraph today. What is a trigraph? Can you remember? It's 3 letters that make one sound. 3 letters, 1 sound. That is a trigraph. And the trigraph we're thinking about today is air. The 3 sounds in our trigraph air are a, a. We got I, and If we put them all together, we've got air. So air. So what it looks like is something like this. Our single sounds but when we put them together into a trigraph, they say air. Lovely. So I'm going to write a word for you with sound buttons that has that trigraph in. So there's my sound, and then in goes my trigraph. Pop on those sound buttons and let's have a go at reading this together. So here is my word. And what is my single sound at the start here? It's a P. And then I've got my trigraph, air. So when we put them together, what have we got? P, air, pair, pair, like a pair of shoes. Have a look at Sasha doll. Is she wearing one shoe? No, she is wearing a pair of shoes. I'm going to write another word that Sasha has. There's another one that has a single letter sound and a trigraph. I wonder if you can think about what it is while I'm writing it down. What else has the air sound in that Sasha has? Here we go. What have we got here? What can you see? I can see the single sound. I can see the trigraph, air. If I blend them together, air, hair. Fantastic. Okay, one more word for you. I'm going to do it without sound buttons this time, just to make it nice and tricky. Real challenge for you. I'm going to flip my board over onto the other side because I've run out of space on that first side. So here we are. So pause the video now, see if you can read that, and then we'll come back together in a moment. So I can see the single sound S, I can see the single sound T, I can see the trigraph air, and I can see it's got a S on the end as well. But I'm just remembering that when we have that S on the end of words, it makes the Z sound. So let's see if we can sound this out together, girls and boys. We've got S, T, airs, stairs, stairs. That word is stairs. And if I look behind me, I can see stairs. The stairs up to my attic go up there. Those are my stairs. Brilliant. So we've had to go at reading words with the air trigraph in, and we're now going to think about writing the trigraph. Something special about our trigraphs, a bit like our digraphs, they are friends, so they hold hands, don't they? We write them joined up. Let me show you on my whiteboard how we're going to write air. So we do our a as normal, and it's just going to flow into our I, and then down and on into our r. Now notice that I didn't take my pen off the whiteboard there. I know some of us find that really tricky when we're writing, especially our digraphs and trigraphs, but you need to keep your pen on the board or your pencil on the paper. Now there's something I've missed. Can you see what it is? I need a dot on my I, don't I? There we go. Air. Lovely. So I want you all to have a go at writing that for me, please. Pause the video while you do that if you like, and then come back to me and we're going to practice writing a word together. So the first word we're going to write is one of the ones that we read before. Do you remember Sasha is wearing a pair of shoes? So pair is what we're going to practice writing. So let's think about what sounds are in pair. We always stretch it out, don't we? In RDC we talk about stretching it out like stretchy mozzarella pizza cheese. So let's think about pair. Get your hands ready to stretch it out. So pair, pair, pair. Hopefully you can hear all those sounds there. So you have a go at writing down pair for me now. Pause the video if you need to, and then you can have a look at how I've written it and we can compare. There we are. We've got air, pair. Our single letter sound p and our trigraph air, pair. Excellent. Now I also talked about the stairs going up behind me, didn't I? A little bit challenging that word because that's got a few more letters in than pair. Get your hands ready to stretch that word out. Let's think about stairs. 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 Okay, you have a go at writing that. Pause the video if you need to, and we'll come back together. And hopefully you've got something a bit like this. We've got our stairs, stairs. It's a bit of a funny one, isn't it? Because that t sounds like maybe it should be a d, stairs, but it's a cheeky t in there. Stairs, stairs. Fantastic. Well, you've had so much practice now that I think you're ready to write a sentence. Something you might have noticed about Sasha is what she's sitting on. Just have another quick look. So what is Sasha sitting on? She's sitting on a chair. She sits on a chair. That is what you are going to have a go at writing. She sits on the chair. Just think about how many words you've got in that sentence. She sits on the chair. So that's 5 words. What's the first word? She. What's the last word? Chair. She sits on the chair. Now the first word, she, that's one of our tricky words, isn't it? Let's have a think back, see if we can remember how to write she. See if you can remember that, boys and girls, and get it into your sentence. So she sits on the chair. Now chair is an interesting one because that's got a digraph and a trigraph in it. So you might really want to stretch that one out before you try writing it. Chair, 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 chair. Okay, pause the video and have a go at writing that sentence. She sits on the chair. How did you get on? So here's what I wrote. So I've got my tricky word she with a capital S because it's at the start of my sentence. She sits on, and then my tricky word, the chair. I've got finger spaces between my words, I've got a full stop at the end, and I've got my capital letter at the beginning. She sits on the chair. Now notice that I couldn't fit my whole sentence on one line, so I didn't try and squish it all in tiny little writing there. I just went down to the next line so everybody can read it nice and clearly. She sits on the chair. Brilliant. Well, thank you for watching, boys and girls. I hope you feel really happy about using the air digraph now. I hope you're all safe and well, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.